Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faris Kibabe Momo Omar and I'll be presenting differences in perception. So, how do differences in perception occur? Well, differences in perception can occur due to the variety of factors and the way individuals interpret and make sense of the world, which can vary significantly. Some of the key reasons for the differences in perception happens includes biological factors, cultural and social influence, and lastly, cognitive filters. I'll be talking about each and every factors in details with a proper scene in the next slide. Okay, so the first factor, which is the biological factors. So in the film Joker 2019, the author's perception of reality is influenced by his mental state and biological factors. We explore how biological factors play a vital roles in shaping our perception of the world around us. In this scene, it also shows that while others trying to light up the kids, the people around him or the mother of the kids felt uncomfortable for him to do so, and also shows that the author have a social struggle due to the fact that he has a rare condition of his mental health or his biological factors, which is his condition of manic laughing, where he can laugh randomly, which he doesn't even want to, which make it more reason to why Arthur had trouble to socialize or finding a partner and continuing his life, which has occurred in this film. Okay, so the first factor, which is the biological factors. So in the film Joker 2019, the author's perception of reality is influenced by his mental state and biological factors. We explore how biological factors play a vital roles in shaping our perception of the world around us. In this scene, it also shows that while others trying to light up the kids, the next factor is social and cultural influences. The outer appearance, both in terms of physical appearances and his performance as a clown, is shaped by the social and cultural influences. We discuss the implication of these influences on identity and behavior through this scene. Which, in this scene, Arthur, who dressed up as a clown for a living, hopes that by him acting as a clown could spread positivity in this world, while the people around him or the teenagers in this scene thought the opposite. They bully Arthur physically due to how they perceive people who dress up as a clown are weird and beneath them. This scene also contribute to the negative way of thinking for Arthur about this world in later part of the movies. Next factor is social and cultural influences. The outer appearance, both in terms of physical appearances and his performance as a clown, is shaped by the social and cultural influences. We discuss the implication of these influences on identity and behavior through this scene. Which, in this scene, Arthur, who dressed up as a clown for a living, hopes that by him acting as a clown could spread positivity in this world. The last factors is cognitive filters. The Joker's or Arthur's perception of power and authority is filtered through his cognitive biases and beliefs. Through these scenes, we examine how Arthur's cognitive filters shape his understanding of the world and influence his decisions. In this scene also shows that the negative view of Arthur about this world due to what happened to him throughout the film and biased way of thinking in both audiences and Murray as they believe the victim of Arthur as innocent while they themselves don't know the whole situation. This scene also shows that Arthur thought that the reason why Murray invited him to his show is just to humiliate him, which result to Murray's death in the next scenes. In conclusion, this scene show how differences of beliefs and perception can change the way we perceive things. I think that's all for me. Thank you. The last factors is cognitive filters. The Joker's or Arthur's perception of power and authority is filtered through his cognitive biases and beliefs. Through these scenes, we examine how Arthur's cognitive filters shape his understanding of the world and influence his decisions. In this scene also shows that the negative view of Arthur about this world due to what happened to him throughout the film and biased way of thinking in both audiences and Murray as they believe the victim of Arthur as innocent while themselves don't know the whole
If a man
situation.
like Thomas
This
Wayne
scene
ever would
also
apply to
shows
reach
that
someone like
Arthur
me,
thought that the
it'd be
reason why
somebody
Murray
but
invited
themselves.
him to
They don't.
his
They
shows is
think
just to
that we'll
humiliate
just sit
him,
there
which
and
result to
take it
Murray's
like
death
good
in the
little
next
boys.
scenes.
That
In
we won't
conclusion, this
grumble
scene
and go,
show
why?
how
You
differences
finished?
of beliefs
I
and
mean, there's so much
perception can
self
change the
pity,
way we
Arthur.
perceive
You sound
things.
like you're
I
making
think that's all for
excuses
me.
for
Thank
killing
you.
those young men.
The
Not
last
everybody,
factor
and
is
I'll tell you
cognitive
this, not
filters.
everyone is
The
awful.
Joker's or Arthur's perception of power and authority
Sure.
is filtered through his
Me?
cognitive biases
I'm awful?
and beliefs.
Oh, yeah? How am I awful?
Through these scenes, we examine how Arthur's cognitive filters shape his understanding of the world and influence his decisions. In this scene also shows that the negative view of Arthur's about this world due
Just
to
like the
what
rest
happened
of
to
them.
him throughout the film
There are
and
other
biased
questions
way
about him,
of
but
thinking in
look what
both
happened because of what
audiences
you did.
and
What it led
Murray
to.
as they
There
believe
are
the victim
riots
of
out there.
Arthur as
Two
innocent
policemen are in
while
critical
they
condition. You're
themselves
laughing.
don't know
You're
the whole
laughing.
situation.
Someone was killed
This
today
scene
because of what
also
you did.
shows that
I
Arthur
know.
thought that the reason why Murray invited him to his
How about
shows
another
is
joke,
just to
Murray?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afnan, and today I'm gonna talk about perception error. So I'm gonna talk about first thing definition. It means a common cognitive bias that influence our judgment. For explanation, cognitive bias are systematic pattern of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment, often affecting decision making and interpretation of information. For example, in this film, author mental health struggle are often misinterpreted, highlighting societal error in understanding mental illness. To elaborate, in Joker, Arthur Fleck's mental health struggle depicts through his Lotta condition consistently misunderstood by society. The misinterpretation of his condition are mere entity rather than a manifestation of mental illness reflect the prevalent societal bias and lack of understanding surrounding mental health issues. I'm going to talk about confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is when we seek out information that confirm our existing belief, leading to distorted perception and biased judgment. In this film, the character's self-fulfilling prophecy is an example of confirmation bias. We discuss how our bias can influence our perception and the way we interpret the world around us and how to overcome it. The next one, selective attention. This refers to our limited capacity to focus on certain stimuli while ignoring others. This can potentially lead to inaccurate perception. We explore how selective attention affects our perception and discuss strategy for improving our focus and avoiding bias. The last one, preconceived notion, stereotype, and prejudice can influence our perception of individual or group, leading to unfair judgment and bias. In the context of the film Joker, we examine how stereotyping and prejudice can shape our understanding of character and discuss ways to challenge and overcome this bias.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. So my name is Fikri Ibrahim. So I will continue for the presentation. So the creator that I have chose is Arthur Fleck from the movie Joker 2019. So a short brief explanatory about the character. Who are you? So Arthur Fleck, who is he? So Arthur Fleck lives in Gotham City and works as a clown while aspiring to be a comedian. He struggles with mental health issues, including condition that makes him laugh at the wrong times. This makes it hard for him to fit in the society, and people treat him poorly. He lives with a complicated mother, and their past adds to their complex relationship. As Arthur faces constant rejection and cruelty from the society, he gradually becomes the Joker himself. This transformation is driven by the city's lack of support for mental health and the violence he experiences. It represents his loneliness, desire for acceptance, and distorted view of reality. As the Joker, he rejects his past and embraces chaos as a way to feel powerful. This change in identity and perspective is significant. So, moving on, I will explain about a little bit about this short clip from the movie Joker 2018. So, in this scene, Arthur Fleck, now fully transformed into the Joker, is being interviewed by his psychiatrist in a white room. As the conversation progresses, Arthur becomes more defiant, signaling his newfound sense of freedom and empowerment. So, in the dialogue, Arthur responds to his psychiatrist's question with the line, "You wouldn't get it." What does it mean? This statement represents Arthur's belief that others cannot understand his perspective, symbolizing his transformation and rejection of societal norms. What about his body language? So Arthur's body
What's so
language changes
funny?
from submissive to confident, reflecting his shape
Just
from marginalized individual to a powerful figure. This physical transformation signifies his embrace of chaos and rebellion. The Joker's transformation. Arthur's appearance changes with white and red face paint and green hair, depicting his transition into Joker. This physical transformation represents his liberation from societal expectations and his embrace of his unique
You want
identity.
to tell it to me?
So, significant from this scene is it is about embracing individuality. This scene shows Arthur rejecting societal norms and embracing his unique identity as the Joker. By saying he wouldn't get it, he asserts his new sense of self and challenges others' understanding. Hence, is reclaiming power. This particular scene portrays Arthur reclaiming power over his own narrative. By defying societal expectations, he becomes a symbol of anarchy, challenging the status quo and driving change. And last one is symbolism. This scene's visual and verbal symbolism reflects Arthur's transformation and his defiance against societal constraints. The white room represents perspective, while the Joker's embrace embodies chaos and rebellion. So, moving on, I'll explain about a little bit about the short clip of the movie Joker. So, in this scene, Arthur Fleck, now fully transformed into the Joker, is being interviewed by his psychiatrist in the white room. As the conversation progresses, Arthur becomes more defiant, signaling his newfound sense of freedom and power. So, the dialogue, Arthur responds to his psychiatrist's question in the line, "You wouldn't get it." What does it mean? Statement presents Arthur's belief that others can understand his perspective, symbolizing his transformation and rejection of societal norms. What about his body language? So Arthur's body language changes from submissive to confident, reflecting his shape from marginalized individual to a powerful figure. This physical transformation signifies his embrace of chaos and rebellion. Joker's transformation. Arthur's appearance changes with white and red face paint and green hair, depicting his transition into Joker. His physical transformation. So the next is real life example. So this can be portrayed as I have a friend who is facing or struggling with mental health issues for many years now. So I've known him since high school years. So to keep it short, his outer appearance, he is such kind, cheerful and joyful kind of person. But one day I saw him. He was laughing, but his tears started to rain down his face. That's when I asked him, "Are you okay?" And he told me that it's actually not okay. So this can, can I can relate this situation of my friend with Arthur Fleck from the movie Joker 2019. So as they both share similarities. So they involved in struggling with mental health issues while maintaining a happy facade. So this facade, much like Arthur's involuntary laughter, acts as a temporary shield to conceal their true feelings and fit into societal norms. So this impacts the relationships, making it challenging for others to understand their struggles or connect deeply with them. This coping mechanism, although like I said, a temporary shield, may not be a healthy way to manage their mental health. Just like Arthur, my friend needs genuine understanding, empathy, and possibly professional support to navigate the challenges effectively. And also, he needs support, just like others who are facing the mental health issues in this modern society. So, last but not least, how do you present yourself? Based on the character that I have chose, inspired by the Arthur Fleck from the movie Joker. So, the first one being the perception, how others see me. So, I have to understand how my actions and demeanor might be interpreted by those around me. So, I have to be mindful of the impression that I create, ensuring they align with how I want to be perceived. The second one being self, or my own identity. Reflect on my own identity and be authentic in my expression. Just like Arthur, I might face challenges, but staying true to who I am is crucial. Recognize my unique traits, experiences, and integrate into how I present myself. So the last one is communication, how I interact with others. So I have to aim for clarity and sincerity in my communication. Unlike Arthur, who often face misinterpretation, strive to express my thoughts and feelings effectively and listen attentively to others as well. This can help in forming genuine connections and reducing misunderstandings. So, in essence, drawing inspiration from Arthur Fleck means being mindful of how I am being perceived, being authentic to my own identity, and focusing on clear and effective communication.
Now, we gonna talk about self-disclosure from the movie Whale Rider. Discovering identity in Paikia's journey. The context in the tapestry of Whale Rider, we witness Paikia profound struggle to connect with her cultural roots and accept her identity within the expectation of her Maori heritage. This struggle unfolds as a captivating narrative of self-disclosure where the layers of Paikia's true journey are gradually unveiled against the backdrop of cultural norm and familial expectation. Okay. Paikia quest, unveiling her true self amidst cultural expectation. Paikia journey is a courageous quest to unravel the depths of her identity, a journey that travels the cultural expectation imposed upon her. Her exploration becomes a testament to the challenge and triumph inherent in the process of self-disclosure. Next, personal growth. Self-disclosure as a tool for empowerment and understanding. Through the lens of Palkia's narrative, we witness the transformative power of self-disclosure. As she confronts and shares her true self, Palkia experienced a profound personal growth. The act of disclosure became a tool for empowerment, allowing her to better understand herself and accept her identity within the rich cultural tapestry of Wangara. Wangara. Next, I'm gonna talk about friendship in this movie. Navigating Born in Wangara. The context, the theme of friendship in Will Rider is a poignant exploration of the support system that shaped Paikia's journey, her connection with her cousin, and the symbolic friendship formed with the whales highlight the profound impact of companionship in overcome the adversity she faced in Wangara. Cousin connection, building a supportive foundation. The bond between Paikia and her cousin become a cornerstone in her life, providing a supportive foundation amidst the cultural challenge that she encountered. This familial connection served as a source of strength, emphasizing the importance of supportive relationship in navigating life complexity. Next, will companionship, symbolic friendship shaping resilience. The symbolic friendship Paikia formed with the whale further underscore the resilience that can be derived from unconventional connection. The whale became companion in her journey, re- representing a profound connection with nature and a source of strength as she faced the cultural and societal expectation placed upon her.
Hi, it's Iqbal again, and this time I'll be presenting the stages in the interpersonal relationship involving dynamics in Wangara. There are three stages, which are initiation, development, and resolution. So let's talk about the first stage, which is initiation. In this stage, Paikia is introduced to her people's tradition. She learns about the importance of their cultural heritage and begins to understand her place within the community. The next stage is development, which is during this stage, Paikia forms a growing connection with her grandfather and the whales. She learns from her grandfather about their ancestral ties to the ocean and develop a deep and strong bond with the marine creatures that surround the Wangara. And lastly, the resolution stage. In this stage, the combination of relationship occurs in this stage as the cultural conflicts are resolved. Paikia's journey and her ability to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity lead to resolution of the tension within the community, ultimately bringing a sense of unity and harmony to Wangara. Next is motivation. Motivation for initiating, maintaining, and terminating relationship. Understanding Wangara's interpersonal motivation. So let's get started on the first step, which is initiation. Cultural preservation and personal identity. When initiating a relationship, individuals in Wangara may be motivated by a desire to connect with and preserve their cultural heritage. They may also be motivated by a need to establish their own personal identity within community. Next is maintenance, striving for understanding and acceptance. In the maintenance stage of relationship, individuals in Wangara may be motivated by a desire to gain a deeper understanding of the other person and to feel accepted and valued by them. Effective communication and empathy are essential in maintaining healthy relationship in Wangara. And lastly, termination. Cultural clashes and the pursuit of personal growth. When the relationship comes to an end in Wangara, it may be due to conflicts between a different cultural value or the pursuit of personal growth and change. While ending a relationship can be difficult, it may be necessary for individuals to continue on their personal journey and maintain their sense of self. I think that's all for me. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.
So I will continue. So I'll be talking about the next slide, which is about the essential interpersonal communication behaviors based on from the film Writer 2003. So the first point is active listening. So in one scene, Pai, the main character, shares her dreams and aspirations with her grandfather Koro. As she speaks, Koro actively listens, paying close attention to her words and emotions, showing genuine interest and in understanding her perspective. Second, non-verbal communication. Throughout the movie, there are numerous instances where the characters use non-verbal cues to communicate. For example, when Pai, is the main character, is practicing her traditional Maori dance, her grandmother, Penny Flowers, observes her with a proud and loving smile, conveying her support and encouragement without saying a word. The third, empathy. So there's a scene where Pai expresses her desire to fulfill her destiny as the next leader of their tribe, despite Koro's resistance. Koro eventually starts to empathize with Pai's determination, understanding her deep connection to their culture and the importance of her new role as the new leader. Fourth, respectful communication. In a pivotal scene, Koro and Pai engage in a respectful conversation where they expresses their differing opinions on gender roles within their tribe. Despite their disagreement, they maintain a respectful tone, listening to each other's viewpoints without interrupting or belittling one another. Fifth, open and honest communication. So, throughout the movie, Pai consistently expresses her thoughts and emotions openly and honestly. So, in a scene where she confronts Cora about her desire to be the new leader, she speaks from the heart, sharing her passion and conviction, leading to a deeper understanding between them. Six, supportive communication. So, as Pai faces numerous challenges and obstacles, her friend Hemi offers words of, of encouragement, motivating her to keep pursuing her dreams. Hemi's supportive words provide emotional strength and bolster their friendship. And last but not least, culture understanding. So the entire movie revolves around the theme of cultural understanding. The characters respect and embrace their memory, traditions and customs, engaging in rituals and ceremonies that promote a deeper understanding and connection to their heritage. So these scenes from Will Rider exemplify the interpersonal communication behaviors mentioned, showcasing the importance of in fostering stronger relationships and building cultural understanding. So, last but not least, the possibilities for improvement based on the movie Will Rider 2003. So the first one is completion resolution. A notable scene is when Pai or Paikia attempts to join the training sessions for boys, directly challenging Koro's traditional views. The lack of effective conflict resolution is evident when Koro refuses to acknowledge her potential due to his rigid beliefs. Second point, breaking communication barriers. A key moment is when Paikia or Pai delivers a speech at the school, dedicating it to Koro, who is absent. This scene shows her trying to bridge the generational and cultural gap, expressing her feelings and aspirations. The third is emotional intelligence. Koro's emotional outbursts towards Paikia, especially when he discovers her near the whale, show a lack of emotional intelligence. He struggles to understand her emotions and motivations, leading to strained communication. The fourth, non-verbal communication. Paikia's interactions with the whale, where she relies heavily on non-verbal cues like touch and presence, highlight this point. These scenes show the power and importance of non-verbal communication in expressing connection and understanding. The fifth, active engagement. The scene where Paika listens intently to her grandfather's stories and teachings about their ancestors and traditions exemplifies active engagement. Her attention and her responses show her genuine interest and respect for her heritage. The sixth being cultural sensitivity. So, the film shows various scenes depicting traditional Maori rituals, dances, and chants, especially those led by Koro, and emphasize cultural sensitivity. Paikia's respect and desire to participate in these traditions show her understandings and appreciation of her culture. Last but not least, Asser- 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 assertiveness. Paikia demonstrates assertiveness in the climatic scene where she rides the whale, symbolizing her claim to leadership and breaking gender norms. Her action is powerful assertion of her identity and beliefs, challenging the established norms in her community. So, based on those scenes that or points that I have mentioned, this scenes from Will Rider visually illustrates the points of interpersonal communication and the possibility for improvement within the context